In chat? Alright, I'll be there in just a moment. Oh. Oh, it's not Discord. That's not Discord. That's Discord. Hello.
Good morning. It is still morning.
It is still morning for once.
Thursday was a little painful. I got photon dropped 3 times.
Oh no. My condolences. It's been fun.
I actually think that all 6 of the photon drops I've gotten on stream have been different DUs, and there's only 7 of them, so there's 1 left. The second one on the quest, so we'll see. We'll see if he ever drops one.
That's all you can do. Dreamcast drop charts. So I did find a Flowing Sword from Forest 2 boxes, and Flowing Sword has different variants. The one I found had TP steel.
Ooh.
It was one of the replicas. So it looks like GameCube's the one that like went back and changed them, or went forward and changed them to not have specials and shit. Oh well. Gigabooma has these armor, Hunter Fields from Rappies, Flowing Shield from Al Rappies if I get lucky. Mothman's have Flowing's frame, and Purple's with his Celestial Shield. I'm just doing the forest ruins clear. As I was saying, I've been telling people at work about me getting ready to leave finally. There's been a lot of people I've been talking to that have been constantly like, yeah, I want to quit too, but like I need the money from this job because it pays so. I'm like, I totally get that, but I'm still leaving, and nothing's going to change that. So I told my friend who's the QA specialist for third shift, Friday through Sunday, and she was like, "What? No! You can't leave me! I gotta clean up after your idiots now!" She's not wrong. She's absolutely not wrong. She's gonna have to do a lot of cleanup for my idiots. The only person I haven't told yet so far has been the security guard that always talks my ear off about Magic the Gathering and other video games. So, I saw him yesterday, but like he was doing his patrol, so I couldn't interrupt him and have any conversation, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's gonna be very disappointed. But I know he comes close to where I live. He goes to the card shop that's right next to the pizza shop I go to. He used to do it every Wednesday until the guy who runs the shop, who he thought was his friend, decided to fuck him over. Basically, he wanted to sell one of his Magic cards that was like a rare copy that sold for like $800 or something, and then the guy pocketed it. He said, "Sorry, I lost it." He's like, "That's not cool." I can completely understand that, but he doesn't want to be friends with that guy anymore. the person, the trainer that I onboarded with, she is like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of this job. Like, congratulations, you're leaving. She's one of the people that's like stuck there because she needs the money, and no other job is going to pay anywhere near close to what we get there.
The job would be way too good if you felt good about yourself and made that much money.
Right?
Gotta be miserable if you're making money.
Right?
No clue what's gonna stop me from playing today, so let's see how long I go.
It's going to be your hubris that stops you from playing.
And my competition began their stream this morning at 5 a.m. I think they're still streaming.
Ah. So you gotta match that or be better than.
In quotations, competition, we kind of had different goals. So. Slightly different. Oh, dude, if you have time to get on for me to drop, well, I don't want to leave this session. I want to see as I don't know. I'm curious because if you're on the same seed for like 10 hours, you start to see what shit happen. Although this is a very slow drop hunt, so I feel like I'd probably, in 4 hours of doing the forest one, I saw way more than I would ever see in 12 hours in this one. But I think I have upward of like 30 HP materials I need to give up.
Sure, I don't mind helping online if you want to just hand those to me.
Again, I don't want to leave this session.
That's fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
Once you're ready to leave, once you're ready to give it up, you can go with something. Make sure that all the mossments spawn.
No, I stopped picking up monograms.
About damn time.
My bank kept getting way too full, and then like I'm already filling up my Phone World bulk bank with stuff too. Like I can't keep up with the amount of inflow of items I'm collecting unless I stop and go to a different memory card and fill someone else's bank.
Just go collect all the grinders and then go back to Garen's shop and get another ticket.
Running low on space because all my actual grinder bank space has basically already been taken up by Cell Grinder, including this bank backspace I've already tried now. So I will need to actually take a second and take a small. I know I got to rip myself away from the grind to make space for more grind.
It's always about that grind. Sonica, what song are you on about? I don't know those lyrics. Chihak, are you okay?
Oh, it's what's a snake eater?
Is that what that is? I don't know. Listen to that weird
thing. Maybe.
Maybe?
I'm second guessing.
Well, I'm not even gonna guess because I don't remember Snake Eater's Long Ladder song.
I have it in my playlist. Not my video game playlist, so I'm privy to it, but I'm second guessing.
Metal Gear music. I should put some Metal Gear music on my playlist that I listen to on my drive to work, which I actually don't need to listen to on my way to work anymore. But new job. It'll take me 5 minutes to turn my radio on. But yeah, I'm looking at the drop chart, and Skylight Very Hard Forest from Dark Belrose. This is the forest drop chart. The Dark Belrose are listed as Arila Gita. Thanks, Shithack. I know there's mistakes, but that's kind of silly. don't even know if I can trust any of these anymore.
You went to Fort
I'm just going through it, seeing if I can get any of the rare armors and whatnot. Also, the Go Boomas. My priority target would be the Go Boomas drop, which is the Mag Cell 502 for the Saniti. So I can turn my primary mag into Saniti, so I don't have to worry about using my Nandin. So I like having all this extra power. Very nice to maintain. A super strong physical attacking mag for this guy. Because the Nandin's max POW is going to be like less than 60 at this rate, because yeah, which is I'm going to be losing half my damage once I switch to the other mag. But it's fine because Mag Cell can be obtained in ludicrous difficulty.
Actually, the more I read it, the more I'm almost certain I'm correct on the lyrics and stuff in a second. No, dude. Yeah, I'm right. Okay.
Nice.
That was a fucking snipe. I read the last one and was like, I think it's Snake Eater, and then I read afterward. I wake up earlier than 11 a.m. to get one over on me.
So something I found out yesterday in Dreamcast, if you do a photon attack in the middle of an... If you do a photon attack, that doesn't deal damage, I suppose. I should say. The photon attack, the twins specifically, removes your invincibility for a frame. Because yesterday, I did a photon attack for twins in the middle of the animation for getting an attack. I think it was a Go Booma or a Giga Booma. And I took damage. Like, I straight up took a full-on hit of damage right after the animation ended. And this was at the start of my 3 minutes of iframes, so... very concerning. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know how many other people knew that was a thing either. So I had iframes after the animation as well. So. I digress. I die.
If you can digress, can you monograph? Or can you trigress?
I trigress.
I think the damage numbers in the game look weird, and I think they might have a drop shadow, which would make them look strange. Or they might be slightly italics. I don't know what it is. It looks different.
I'll tell you what looks different. My damage numbers aren't big enough.
Bigger than mine right now.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I never noticed the damage numbers. I don't really care. It's Dreamcast. There's so many things that look different. The fact that I had invuln for 3 minutes. The fact that my iframes were off on the exact fucking pixel this guy swung at me. No, that doesn't change. That happens to me all the time. Hello, George. I've been thinking about getting a different mugshot for my my channels. I know that Space Marine one that someone just randomly came in and was like, I'm gonna draw this for you, and then they drew it for me, and then they used it, and I'm using it for Twitch. I gotta change it up a little bit. Resist evil!
What is the whole image? I've always been confused about that.
That is the full image, basically.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a Raw Iron, or just a Space Ranger. I guess it was listed as. So it's just a guy in a helmet who's supposed to be from space. And he's also purple for some reason.
Oh, that one. Sorry, I thought I was talking about the other one.
Oh, that one? Oh, that's just a skeleton smiley face. The skeleton of the happy face emoji. Specifically taking inspiration after Jack Skellington, king of the pumpkin patch. And it was just a random Google image I found a long time ago, and I was like, oh, I want it. So I used it. But I feel like it's time for like the image. I'm just thinking maybe I could do something to blue screen my face. Just leave my beard, put my glasses on, and have the hat, and that'll be my image. Or maybe I could just get someone to roughly outline that shit. Because it's definitely, since I've been too lazy to go get a haircut, the hat I've been using has been basically my identity at work. Everyone's like, love the hat! And this one other guy is like, I'm gonna get one of those. I'm going to get one of those. And so he's gonna have to get one of those because I'm leaving now. The way I tell him flat is leaving the station. Which one? The one with Pumpkin King? I don't think it is. The masterpiece. The Angel Mind. Why is the Angel Mind not golden? But Elf Arms are. Oh, Elf Arm plus was. Okay, so the plus is probably what gave you the gold fix. This force has been very stingy as of late. Stop giving me materials. It seemed a decent grinder, and then I got back just a minute ago, but like, I could do better.
Nope. You know, I've been grinding something a little bit too long. I'm starting to think about making another calculator for Tempo. I want to have a in-game calculator thing that's able to tell you what justifications you can have for having 100% pretty much any item and what tiers they can be in. So, like, if you have a maxed out 100% of an attribute weapon, if it makes any sense, or does it make it any faster than having another one that is not as, like, another weapon that's easier to find? Like, do you save any combo amount of attack? If not, then they're going to be in the same tier.
Minimum attack calculator.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, it's going to be I would hope to be able to calculate accuracy to if you can 100% hit a heavy attack on first attack, then it's going to calculate a heavy attack on attack. At the same time, though, I do actually need to learn range calculation, though. But for melee attacks, it won't matter. Because I remember being somewhat told a little bit about how the range attack works for hunters and forces, but it was just kind of like you are a certain unit's out, it starts to degrade by a flat amount. I think it was Spirit that said that.
Yeah, it was definitely. I was there for that conversation. I enjoyed listening to you guys geek out about it.
So it would be interesting to start with melee weapons first of all. It's like, okay, is it obviously? I'm pretty sure that the Unleashed J sword is in its own tier just because of how much more damage it is already, and then having it 100 dark against the dark enemy will probably definitely kill something within one or two more that attacks less than the next thing. Wow, done with that. At least go tell me, like, okay, I'll be able to tier weapons, I guess, in certain situations, and be able to know what the best weapon is. If you were, let's say you are fucked beyond time and have all the time in the world to make the perfect weapon for a hunt, I can give you a tier list of that. The hard part is getting all the little knobs and stuff in there so you can go, I'm in this area with this class and this accuracy, and then it separates all the valid weapons that you could use.
which is a lot of diameters or parameters. And its usefulness, not very useful. That's fun. But I guess it does have its uses if you have enough Pokemon drops to something else.
True.
Or you got lucky with another weapon and you go in, is it worth me finishing this one off or working on the actual better one that's more rare?
I don't know what you said, something funnier in my mind just went straight to gun in a box. Or the Flight of the Concord version. It's a gun in a box. Well, that's not, the gun isn't the right word. It's the lower gun, you know.
Were they the ones that did my phone? Sounds like they did.
Yeah, they did. That was fun.
No, I get it. I'm only second man familiar with them. Like,
It's fair. I've listened to a lot of their music, but it's not like... I only listen to their music every once in a while, so I don't know everything. I'm the rhinoceros. My rhymes are unstoppable.
Hippopotamus.
Yeah. He's friend with the rhinoceros. And when he stops rapping, he can't think lyrics.
Well, rhymes are bottom.
The Dragon Slayer +1! And it's weak to native. It's -5 to native. Thank you, Dragon.
One of mine is a billion. Starting to get insane to time dilation I'm capable of ignoring at this point. I didn't even realize I've been going for over an hour already.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need it if I'm gonna get fucked as long as I can.
You're gonna be able to make a pretty good montage, and it's just gonna be you with a beard in 15 years like, oh shit, it's time to go to... Your job's been closed down for too long, you realize that you've just been playing for 15 years straight. Do we have a start date for the new job? 30th. 30th of June. So I get... My last week of work will be on the 11th, or my last day of work will be on the 11th of June for this current job. And then I'll have that rest of that week followed by 2 weeks off. Which, honestly, I wish I had waited. I wish I would have asked for a little later, because GDQ is like the week after. I was initially planning on going, but I completely forgot about it. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to GDQ this year. I just have to sit on my couch and watch the club. But Elf Arm ++, 17 attack accuracy. Yes, Sega and their gimmick weapons.
Actually, I might already be able to... My, what's it, equip baseless planar calculator thing that I already did will automatically be capable of calculating what you're equipping. Be nice. Skip on that part. And just hope... I've never hit a lag limit of Google Sheets, so I'm just not sure how much I can actually compute with that one there.
Make the Google servers run slow. Maybe they'll come offer you a job, and then you can work from home while playing PSO. You like the Elf plus plus? And, George, no, you can't just say it like that. You can't just say you like Elf plus plus. I don't know if that's fat shaming or something, but like, plus size elves are people, are humanoids too. They're people too. I suppose I should add context by reading the rest of the text. The Elf plus plus is in gold text. Oh, okay. Well, you can't just say it like that, man. You have to make sure that people understand.
Oh my god, this thing's big frustrating. Bearish. Little shit.
Ooh, evade material. I'll gladly take an evade material. That's like my fucking 8th one.
Question is, does evasion do anything in the insane or whatever the difficulty calls?
Oh, the ludicrous?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I have no idea. Well, I guess I'll find out. Elf plus plus would look super skinny still. I beg to differ, George. There's an manga about an elf being overweight. And multiple elves being overweight. Have I found any hit materials? 3. What was that about ludicrous mode you didn't hear? We were wondering if evasion does anything for that mode. Like, it doesn't really do anything for ultimate difficulty in the first place, so I wouldn't be surprised to learn that it doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Bro, I want to say it has been 15, like, I'm nearing on like 20 hours since I've seen either a Monkey King bar or a fucking Soulbane. Ridiculous what I've gotten so many birdies and Dragon Slayers, which are just as, if not less likely to get the number of enemies and their drop rates. I keep getting Photon dropped, it's insane. I'll be right back.
The man has suffered from success. Just the wrong kind of success.
Wait.
In the AV arcades. Evil Sharks have a book of Katana too. Wait, what the fuck is the book of Katana? Is that the thing that's in episode that's in Bloopers that increases like? Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. George, no, you should very well know that every time we talk about this, there's no cap to materials in V2. You can max out your character, but you can use an unlimited number of materials until you hit the character cap for your race. Or for your class, specifically. Power material! Yes, points more. 689 damage? Damn it! One more power. Books of Katana from V1, they don't do anything, they're just lore in the description. Oh, so they're useless. They're rare items that just have fucking lore. Wow.
I mean, it's the same thing as having a freaking ID card.
True.
Except I don't even think they really have good description.
They don't. Yeah, George, to answer your question, as I said before, V2 has no caps, Dreamcast has no caps. It's only GameCube and up that have caps. When they rebalanced the game and took out the one material that mattered. But when gamers needed them most, they vanished.
Hit material be broken in the game.
It
Until
would,
you hit
but,
your
like-
cap, and then it's no longer broken.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like, with the addition of a level cap, with I don't know, with
Material
the
cap.
level caps already in the game, I don't think hit materials would be that broken. With the addition of limiting how many materials you get, you still have to plan around it. Do you want just enough material to hit max at max
Well,
level?
they're broke. But the hit material is broken in the fact that it is the most efficient way to get accuracy. So
I don't know why they removed them from GameCube. I feel like they should have been in. They limited players in such a punishing way by removing them and then
it is
adding.
possible for Uno World and Phono World to maybe be able to hit max with hit material.
I mean, even if they just changed how material interacted with the characters, like instead of giving 2, it gave 1, I still think it'd be really good, really strong.
Considering it is power and mind is 4 times more efficient on a mind than it is to use accuracy. So you get half, and what's the other one?
Defense is 1-1, power and mind are 2.
Yeah, it's almost 3 times. So 2.5 times more efficient to use power and money, power over accuracy in terms of units as well. So yeah, it is definitely still going to be the best thing to use is hit material.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know why they removed it. I think it would have been fine. They had no reason to remove it. If they wanted people to not use hit material with a cap, then they should have lowered the evasion limits. But then again, they just should have removed it so people couldn't even have the option. I've made Book of Katana for unsealing SJS. Sega probably wasn't going to do that though. Getting TJS. It's probably part of a full plan they wanted to do since V1 has unused item names not applied to actual items for Sangha, Yasha, and Kamui. The Book of Katana has some text about the people who created those katanas. Oh, that would make sense. Just like use the Book of Katana to learn how to use the katanas and get a special twin saber that was never before released on Dreamcast. Yeah, that definitely sounds like some unplanned content, or planned content that never got released.
Yeah,
And then
actually,
they just kind of added it in the next game.
when was it figured out that the Yasha and the Sangha went together? Is it in the description in any way?
Good question.
Or I guess is Zoke shown to be using both of them in that quest?
Soak does carry 2 katanas in his cutscene with...
Yeah. So that'd be the only hint. That'd be cool for people to figure that out.
Yeah, but like, it wasn't... People wouldn't have figured out they go together until the GameCube, because in Dreamcast there's no twin saber, or there's no twin brand, or double, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? There's no weapon tag with that. There's no Musashi, no.
It would be cool if that was the only one in the game.
Yeah, I think that'd be really neat. You just find some ultra rare items, use a Book of Katana, learn that you can hold them together, and learn how to play with them.
Okay, so in that version, there are no Musashi or
Yep, those are weapons exclusive exclusively brought in GameCube. Or initially
Super
brought in.
Master is in the game and has those cutscenes.
They do not have the cutscenes by default.
Okay.
Yeah, the cutscenes do not exist in the vanilla version of the game. I have the cutscenes on the enhancement pack, because I have somehow managed to add those in. But, like, they do not exist in the vanilla game.
But could they easily be modded in?
Maybe, I don't know. I think it would be interesting going back to the Dreamcast and just modding in those weapons. That'd be something. Flame Visit from the Holy Slimer, 1316. It's a god technique.
Actually, I want to know when it was learned that you had to kill 23,000 enemies for switching sword. Were people just sitting there like, mine open, I don't know how to open it. It just kind of happened everywhere. Or does it say it in the description?
I don't think the description has anything about number of kills to unseal it, but it might have something about just unsealing it.
Swords. Ancient sword with power sealed by an unknown stamp. The seal opens when all techniques are used. That is so bullshit.
Yeah, all techniques is 23,000 techniques.
Yes, no, someone would be like, oh, so I just got to use all of the spells that I guess a Humor has available to them, or a Humor World has available, and then they're just sitting there spamming them, going, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Technique should not have been a word used.
For SCS, you're pretty sure you just had to figure it out. There's old forum posts about people being confused how to get a legit TJS since people didn't know how SGS works. They hacked SGS with 3%. They get an SGS and you can go, whoa! Yeah! That's... I kind of a little bit miss the old days where it's just like, we don't know what the fuck it is. It's just like some hidden ass requirement. And it's just like, that's bullshit! Why does that work that way? Oh my god, bad AI pathing from fucking sharks got me trapped. Bruh, what the fuck is he doing in the wrong direction? I swear I'm gonna get killed because I'm so used to the GameCube pathing where they actually go the direction they started moving instead of like flipping halfway. It was a nice surprise back then. I wish games would bring that back instead of this whole, hey, here's the thing, now pay an extra microtransaction fee to be able to use it. Back to games being fun and just unlocking shit in the game naturally. You gotta go out of your way to figure shit out, put the time in.
23,000, at least to Americans, was pretty arbitrary. I don't know if it has any meaning in Japan. But yeah, it's a very arbitrary number. And a large one at that.
Yeah.
And it was introduced in it's introduced in version 2 or 3.
The unsealing of the weapon?
Yeah, just the weapon itself, because like it sounds like it came out in version 2, but like
I think there's an SGS in version 2. I don't know about the
yeah,
TJS,
like there's no Gigu, it's not an exclusive spot, so it must have it used to be in maybe an easier spot.
The weapons itself are in V2. Okay, so there is an SGS and you can unseal it? Question mark?
I'd imagine you could, yes.
TGS is also given never released. Okay, yeah, so it's in the game's code, but they never actually released a way to unseal it. So you couldn't get a legit one on Dreamcast.
And there's no way to transfer your data up to version 3, so that was a waste.
Same with Gold Mila. So there's a gold and a Mila, but no gold Mila. And the double cannon. There's a Lavis cannon. Ooh, that's right, but there's not a Suncusta to get into double cannon, huh?
Never mind, PSO is shit. I'm so glad I jumped straight to the best part. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, to the infinite item growth. Was Red Ring in Dreamcast? Yes, Rico has it equipped at all times. It's definitely in the Dreamcast. Don't you see the credits at the end when it dropped off of Rico? And it's all red.
Was Red Ring legitimately released in Bluebird?
I believe so. Because I mean, it was supposed to be an event item in GameCube, but then they never did it and released Reverse. As far as I'm aware, they officially released it, because that's what people have told me. But then again, we know what people telling me things means, which means it was probably fucking lied to. Fucking Humar with EOS 9. Lying sack of shit. I don't mean that in a mean way. You can't just say you took your Humar and got yourself a Yas and then showed it off to your friends. They're like, oh, god damn it, Quan! How dare you go hunt this item that I've been looking for forever? Jared, you also said that you had a Prophet's Abode job and someone came in and reverse or killed you. And took it away from you. I mean, with his ability to find the heaven puncher, I'm skeptical, but wouldn't be surprised anymore. George got a lot of things that he had no idea what he was talking about. Surprisingly. That was getting the last blades are on the game's regular drops. The blades description mentioned using something to make something, which is blindly never implemented for some reason. Couldn't they have just, I mean, yeah, but they have this in custom, but couldn't they have just made it so they stayed separate drops in the GameCube version, and you just had to have one copy of each, and then you combined them to make the double cannon? I think that would have been much more appropriate than what they did.
Actually, I have figured out what I think the most interesting, for me, at least you and me, Carl, the most interesting PSO video that could ever be conceived on YouTube is the differences between every, version of the game going forward. So what is the difference?
I actually had a friend who was going to do that video. He talked to me, I believe he tried to talk to Ives, he talked to a lot of players to like document all different changes and their experiences and stuff with the game. And he was like a good quarter of the way through the video when he just dropped the project. He was like, yeah, it takes him too much time. And then he went to go stream and finish his degree in college. I haven't talked to the guy in a while. Ironically, his name was Rico. No relation to PSO Rico, because his name existed, he named himself before he knew what PSO was.
And my question is, what would be the jump to have the biggest differences? Like, because V1 to 2 sounds like there was a lot, and V2 to 3 sounds like a lot because of the whole episode being added.
Whole episode being added, extra characters, more items, more weapons,
Yeah.
a different, complete another episode.
I think, but the entirety, a lot of the mechanics were still most like locked down kind of from 2 to 3, whereas I feel like 1 to 2 they're just might be just massive things that we completely changed.
I mean, the only things that were changed were like they added an extra difficulty, added traps for casts in that extra difficulty, added iframes, added a quick select menu.
Upgraded the audio.
Upgraded the audio. Feel like all these unreleased items actually had proper plans for everything to release, and then maybe most of the team moved to episode 1-2 since DC was dead. Essentially, since Safety Heart is unreleased in V2, but pre-release V2 footage showed it being used. Yeah, no, I can assume something similar. Like they had plans. They had a lot of fucking plans, and they just never got to show them off in this version of the game. I'd love to see like a mod or just a re-release of the game with all the special stuff included, like all the things that they didn't get to finish. I'd like to see like a dev come in and finish it off for the Dreamcast version of the game. Add all the fun stuff that wasn't actually included before. Finish up the Red Ring, finish giving them iframes. And then same thing for GameCube. I'm sure there's a lot of unimplemented stuff in GameCube aside from just like the Red Ring and the PGF that fans have it be enabled. I'm sure there's even more things that were just ready to be implemented that just were never implemented that we don't even know of. It'd be fun to see all those weird things come to fruition. And I wonder if Blueburst actually has unimplemented things as well. Like, I can't imagine they did everything they wanted to with that version of the
Yeah,
game.
like, if anything, that one might have the longest list of unimplemented things because it was the last and there wasn't another thing to jump to.
I mean, it being the last thing, and that could go either way. Maybe they did finally finish off everything that they were trying to go for.
But
At least for episode 1 and 2. For episode 4 stuff, as far as I'm aware, they just used that version of the Blueburst to practice coding for online exclusive game stuff for PSU. Which, I mean, it practice it's perfect, and unfortunately PSU sucked until the handheld games. Like, I'm just gonna straight up call them out. Like, PSU, fun concept, cool thing. If it's the first version you ever played, you just got used to the stupid jank. Like, your weapon's not having a recharge, except for one photon charge every 10 seconds. On guns and melee, and then it's awful.
I think Photon killed Phantasy Star in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think, for me, as I always say it, they are a unique aspect of the game, but it's very much not PSO. It has its own feel for it, and it's still fun to play, but you can't be expecting PSO. Like, you can't compare the two. If you do, you're just like, you're comparing Mario to Sonic. Yeah, they're both fucking platformers, but one doesn't play the same as the other. The items that drop and don't have any use are high-level Mag Armor Uru, high-level Meg Cell NO, Special Gene Flow, and joint parts. What were those all going to be used for? I mean, the high-level Mag stuff, that sounds interesting. New Mags? Were those implemented at some point? Or were they just straight up removed? Because I don't recall seeing anything of those names. Meg Armor Uru. What the fuck does that mean? Is that like the Choo Choo Fever, where you make a mag and then use it on an armor and it makes a mag armor? Like what? Oh, your idea for the Mag Armor Cell Gene was they were all meant to be used together to make to get the Eleanor Mag. Ah, that's a fan theory. Certainly one of them. But yeah, the Eleanor Mag did seem to be intended to be gotten at some point, but just shown off only in the quest. The gene description mentions Megs in it too. Huh. Joint parts for making Gold Mila and Double Kill. There's so much of this game. There's so much of this game that we don't know. Oh, I didn't see that George said. The Prophecy motive was given back to him, then people would join your game and drop a million rares in Pioneer 2, and then you would get an old. Oof. He had a 200 Mind Mag too, cheated. Cheating was just insane. He didn't know enough about the game to know the items were legitimate. Sorry to hear that, George.
Yes, it's one of those weird situations where I feel like the developers had excess time to work on this game. I've never heard of it in my life.
Back in the old days.
I know there were,
back when games were developed for fun.
I know there was time crunch long running for this thing, but like, it feels like they had time to think and went through a lot of iterations. Obviously, there being 4 different versions of it, they had more time than most developers had for developing something.
Sega did it first. They crunched first. They developed first. They made first. Sega did it first. Description is specifically a certain person's gene is cultivated for the purpose of using it with a mag cell. Choking, get me sick. Oh, right, I touched the tower. I don't need to be in here. Loving all this information. Blast is dropping. Yeah. I always have fun when someone comes in and just starts blasting us with knowledge. Just like, well, shit, we didn't know this, and no one else has talked about it up to this point. What the fuck?
Or unfortunately, well, at least I've been for the last while. I've been more to playing the game and learning.
Learning? That's for nerds. We're here to play the game.
I definitely go through those moments, like when I was trying to learn how to do the damage calculator. It's like, oh, yeah, that's what
Yeah, I suppose so.
Then I had to relearn how to do the damage calculator. For some reason, I made a super stupid, complicated version of something, and then I had to message the person, like, 2 years after he initially taught me. He was like, oh, it's been a minute, I haven't paid attention to this game. And then he just sent me his, and I was like, oh, okay, that's where I was messing up. It was a lot more simple than what I had fucking written down.
No one else talks about V2 because no one cares. That is a
Yeah,
little
V2's
unfortunate.
kind of a weird spot.
Yeah, I suppose if someone's not playing it, they're not going to care about it. I care about PSO. That's all I care about. I love to hear about the version differences. I'd love to hear and see and experience all these things because PSO is my game. It doesn't matter what version of the game. My PSO is my favorite game. Hell, maybe after I get done playing Dreamcast, maybe I'll go on Affinia and dick around in episode 4 specifically for a while. Probably not, but you know. Blueburst is very much a more multiplayer-ish game for me, which is weird because it's all PSO. But I can do the GameCube and Dreamcast stuff solo a lot more. Alright, speaking of solo Dreamcast, I looked into getting a broadband adapter. Shit's fucking expensive. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be expensive, but like... I hit all my foot on. Okay, whoops. Put the rest on the other side so I don't do that. But yeah, I don't know if I can dish out the money for a broadband adapter to play online like I'm planning. Either that, or I need someone to link me an actual broadband adapter page that I can purchase from. Because I was looking at broadband adapters and all I'm getting is broadband local area network. And I'm like, is that the same thing? I don't know. Did you know that the V1 prototypes, not NTE, had TP materials as normal drops? I did not.
Yeah, I don't know why TP materials have not been a normal drop. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm glad they're like normal-ish drops, well, rare drops, but like they're very, very uncommon drops on Shithack.
They're unobtainable offline.
Yeah, unattainable offline, but I'm like glad that Shithack can let them be online on their server drops. Because that's like a really shitty thing to do. The only other way to get them is go online on my server.
Then I was thinking about like needing PSO Plus for the exclusive item get drop in Tower. And I'm like, that's bullshit. I think Demonic Fork, Rico's, maybe Rico's Claw, certain people might drop something else, and that Knight's Claw are all,
Getting on is cheap. You can get a USB modem and get online through a modem adapter by running it through my PC. That might work. I understood what most of those words meant, but I have to explain it a little more carefully from my friend here. He didn't understand it all. Friend. I think that sounds simple enough. Through a modem adapter. Basically doing a dream side. Placing the Raspberry Pi. Okay. Yeah, it's like, it's not the price of the broadband adapter that's stopping me from buying it, it's the availability of broadband adapters for the Dreamcast that's stopping me from buying it. Because I was looking for ones to purchase, and I don't know if the broadband LAN is the same thing as just the broadband adapter I need to connect online. as that's the only thing I was really finding on eBay. Amazon doesn't have a thing, and all these other sketchy websites I've been looking for say they're sold out. I'm still dead set on getting the easy thing where I don't have to think. I just want to plug and play, because Dream Buy seems too advanced for my pea brain and my attention span right now. Ooh, good. Like, if the description doesn't have pictures included, I struggle. Follow instructions with words very much, but words boring. I get tired of reading words. One for only web browsing or something like that. Another one you can actually play online. Thankfully, the usable one is more common. Okay. What is it? One that's only specifically for going on web browsing. Dreamcast, what the fuck? Signal, what the fuck? You had the BBA and BT, but it didn't work with PSO, so you had to get Unreal Tournament to set up BBA. What? It doesn't make any sense. Alright, yeah, so I definitely need someone to just find the right broadband adapter for me, like on eBay or something, and just link me the page so I can buy it. Network sub for is like jank. Yep, that sounds about right. Really? Really? Why is that such a weird angle? I fucked up the 1 second on there away. Still got it though somehow. Cool. Luck material! That's my third one. Luck mats. It's my fourth one. Wait, yeah, four luck mats. That's four. What did I say that was? Whatever. I can see how many I've used. I have +8. That's my fourth one. 12:03. Okay, I need to make lunch in 20 minutes. How much favorite games and consoles are more expensive than when you purchased them 25 years ago? I mean, what do you expect? People are gonna buy them, and then they're gonna become scarce. And then you're gonna have to pay more money to get them because people are less willing to give them up. Things break over time. Yeah, that's another thing. Games aren't gonna work forever. Ooh. Oh, fuck you, game.
What?
Last Survivor in the shop, -20 hit. Where's my positive 20 hit Last Survivor?
That's terrible.
I want my blue and green sword. I don't want it to be negative. I could just reset for that if I really wanted to. That was my go-to weapon in my first playthrough, was the Last Survivor. I found one in the shop that had, what 30 hit? And a bunch of other stat. One other stat. A bunch of one other stat because, you know, shop weapon. You'll cry when the last Dreamcast cries. Dies. -% are funny. Thankfully, you can get a fine protect item that can always go. Can always only go to -10. Yeah. Ow, 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 ow.
I think the numbers might just be the font might not be folded.
That might be it. We all have windows. We live in a house. Ooh, 20% machine on this PC. Is that more than Soul Eater? I don't think so. So, this BB Saber 1141. Apply about 2. That's 1369 damage. Still weaker than my Soul Eater, which is at 1500. Speaking of the V1 would be hard. It has a max of 60%. Ultimate has a max of 55. Wait, really? Max? I didn't know. I knew about the max of 60%. I didn't know about the max of 55 in Ultimate. What the fuck? Like, the only thing I wasn't sure about was whether that max of 60 was a plus or minus 60. Like, can you go to -60 as well? In V2? V1, V2? But, like, I didn't realize that V2, specifically in Ultimate difficulty, had a cap of 55 positive. That's crazy. Sigga, what the fuck were you cooking? Only go -50 in the shop? Okay. As far as I'm aware, shops can only max out at 50%, at least on GameCube. If that originally started with Dreamcast, I can see that. But if the max percent is 60%, then you're just like not even that far off the cap. Which I think is funny. Ooh, this Guardian Shield is slightly more evasion. It's max in both ways for the shop. Okay. But yeah, when I was talking about the max and min, so if you go to -60, I wasn't talking about just exclusively in the shop. The shop is 50s. But like, if the max negative percent is, or the max percent is 60% positively in the game, is there a cap on the negative, or can you technically find? Could you theoretically find a negative 100% item? That would be crazy if you had negative 100% item. Does the negative percent work the same way in Dreamcast as the positive percent does? Can you just like put your attack power to 0? A 100% damage penalty for the weapon you're using? For the dropped items, a negative cap of -10. Okay, so you could find only a -20 in reality. If you found a questionable item with a -10. It's still that crazy. It's crazy. Alright, I need to... V-Hard Mines. Actually, we played Photon Claws, or like parts of a Robochow from Vol Up at a 1 in 500,000. I know these rates are just the vanilla rates, and I know that I'm playing on the enhancement pack, which probably modifies the rates a little bit. Is it just the rates in Ultimate? I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I've been told so many different things, and I can't keep them all straight anymore. One in 349,526. Okay, yeah, whoever put the rates in PSO World definitely didn't play this game. They just arbitrarily. Only changes are... V-Hard rates were for enemy parts. Okay, so everything V-Hard is otherwise vanilla unless it's an enemy part. Good to know. So I can not trust PSO World's drop rates as that's very much wrong. Oh wait, didn't I have? Or is that my other PC? Someone gave me a V2 item drop table. That might be on my... No, that's definitely on my old PC. I did not save that because I didn't think I'd be playing on version 2 anytime soon.
I mean, yeah, does Blast have their own, like, Google Sheets or Excel spreadsheet?
Someone that I talked to actually just physically made a program with the correct rates, just taken straight from the game's code.
Cool.
Do I still have that message? No, I don't think I do. The last time I had it was when I gave it to Starved. Oh, yeah, here it is.
You found it?
Yeah, I sent it to Starved. I'm just going to download it from the Discord message from 2019.
Can you send it to me?
Sure.
Or put it in general or something?
Sure. I'll DM it to you as well. So downloads. So here's the config file. And here's the executable. Oh wait, why did it? No, that's not that. No, you do not need my W2s from work. No, how did that get? How did that get dragged in there? There. So you have the config file and then the actual executable for PSO v2 drops. You might have that same program. Yeah, I got it from what was the guy's name? Nova something. He used to frequent my stream, and then he just stopped showing up one day. I think it's because I kept telling him I was going to get a Dreamcast and go online for like a year, and then he just gave up on me. But yeah, I still have him on Steam, and he still launches the executable PSOV2 items.exe. Don't run, no, run. Run anyway. Yeah, it has a mag timer, V1 toggle, glass, humor, weapons, max grind, search. I want to. Is there a way for me to sort this by difficulty?
Actually, does someone have it for version 3 so I can double check and make sure all my shit's good?
Okay, so no, I just doesn't sort it by drops. It just has the item list and.
I'll look at it later.
Yeah.
I don't need. I mean, what do I need it for?
Yeah, I know, right? I was kind of hoping I could sort by.
Does your
Okay, there it
class
is. I can
matter
sort by
for it?
difficulty. All right.
Does your class matter?
No, class shouldn't matter. It's just
Oh,
color.
does it tell you whether you can use it or not?
Yeah, the class. It just tells you if you can use it or not. It's the same one, but it's like 99% accurate. Some small details aren't properly listed. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll forget that you said that, but I'll keep that in mind. I actually have a reason to use this. Thank you, Nova. Such a long time ago. Alright, V-Hard I need specifically from...
No, stop picking up monitor.
Flame Visit, Last Survivor, Sinnoh Beats, Drop a Quito, Sinnoh Gold drops a Heart of Payon, Regenerate Gear, Attribute Plate. And that's everything in the mines, it looks like.
I'm actually surprised I haven't seen a caliber with any amount of hit yet. Actually, I think the only thing I found with hit so far has been the stupid, like the first Dragon Slayer I got from this attempt. Not this attempt, but in general this month.
Alright.
This is like my fourth real attempt at getting going for it. Actually, yesterday I hit the 1/4 of the time estimate that I made, it being about 180 hours.
I wish this had a dark mode. Nova, can you reprogram this to have dark mode? The white hurts my eyes.
Also, like, I just want to get the item, and then we can start doing red grape and stuff with the item, and I can start getting trade-ins again to actually trade in all the shit I found.
I just get it! I can play the game somewhere else!
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I've already used, just by going after the Handgun Mila, I noticed I already did a huge dent into my fucking door power or whatever. Damn. There's the soul bandage, no hit. A 1 in 33 chance to take one hit, I swear. Like, I don't think I've seen 33 of them, but I've seen quite a few.
I still need to actually, like, see a soul banish on a character, on my character specifically. Because I know I saw one drop, and the guys I was running with had put it on, so I saw the weapon get equipped, and so I marked it off my list. But I've still never physically seen one for collecting purposes.
You would have easily got one if you actually hunt for that, JS.
I know.
Oh,
But,
you-
you know, I don't have to, so... What if I start doing the SJS hunt with you on the days that we can do this, and then I get an SJS before you? Get a second one. You would not be happy.
I would be disappointed. This one
rest is business. This shit's personal. It's like one of the last hunts I even have that like actually gets me something that I will be using. The only other thing, I guess, yeah, but you and me will be doing Mila at some point. I'm not sure if we're doing it together or separate.
Another Mila or gold, what do you mean?
Sorry, gold, yeah. And then outside of that, like as much as Sangha Yasha would be cool to have, I'm really just not sure how to use them as a single target like melee weapon. He's got Gush.
Got Gush. Got Gush. I feel like Gush in a single target weapon like that is not nearly as useful as it is in like a sword or a ranged weapon.
And I guess Prophets of Most Moves have usefulness as well, especially if I use it the cheesy way. No, that one, I did the time estimate for that one is going to be somewhere like 470 hours to get expected rate. Holy shit. A lot worse. And that's with using what's it 5.4 and like I don't even know how much slow that'd be twice as slow doing it on a unsealed door or what's it unsealed door what's the from the depth. No, I've done my time with grinding in this game. I think I've got my Medal of Honor for doing Soul of Steel's intro 400 times straight. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't. That was years before I got any, what do you call it, patches. Thank you, Vera, for going online with me and getting that shit done. But now I have like 8 of them. Only I'd just done a different hunt, but I'm a very different person like 3 or 4 years ago. You're gonna have to level up your mind to get into the Uber hunt mindset. It is very different going, I will hunt this for 2 weeks and expect to see it in about that time, whereas this is, I will hunt this for a month and I have about a 1/4 chance at that point to see it. And nowhere near as much time dedicated before. Like I'd maybe put in an hour and a half, 2 hours in a day or something. And go, man, okay, that was a good amount of time put in. Now, fucking dumping 8 and 7 hour streams into this. Definitely be different on the I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do even 4 hour streams for a section ID card. Maybe Regier card, but that one's actually kind of fun, and that one's rare. Like that one's like that's just there to have the cred. Yeah, but doing it twice proves it. I was lucky, you weren't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was lucky, you weren't. So let's prove that we're not lucky and go for the next 10 years to get this red beard. How many characters are we gonna go through before it drops? I don't know how you. Another luck, Matt. Like, what happens if Tech gets to level 200? What are you gonna do?
If Tech hits level 200, I have another character that's a force. That's not a Redria. Since you're making the rooms, I can just join on that character.
I mean, I will also be hitting level 200, so...
Yeah, you'll be hitting level way before me, so you shouldn't have to use it.
Well, I have Kiwi, so at least I guess that means... Well, at the same time, Kiwi is... I don't know if I'd want to do it with Kiwi, because Kiwi doesn't do any damage. She is not optimal for that quest. She's good for, being she's good at filling a slot, which is being support and being capable of doing things that we're not, tuned for doing. But that definitely, we are pretty close to being well tuned for that quest.
Yeah, that's
I just
true.
think
That's true.
my character being swapped to a ranger would be way better. But having a nuking force that is able to do buffs is probably the best in slot for that.
Yeah, I mean, if you end up doing Kiwi, I could just switch to my other rangers. I could go to Foot Beef. Having a cast would just increase her damage substantially. Having a rock cast specifically.
Did you not send those files to General?
No, I sent them just to you in DM.
Okay.
I don't want George to get overhyped about something he's not going to do. He's going to want to buy a Dreamcast and then play it again. That's where they're trying to get the emulator.
It's crazy how many millions of XP. Like, I am understanding when you were trying to get Grano card and you're doing a bunch of solo stuff and doing just that quest by yourself constantly. It's like, oh wow, it is easy just to dump millions of XP at a time when you're leveling up less and you're like, oh, okay, the checkpoint doesn't show up as often anymore.
Yeah.
Level 190, I was not expecting to hit that so fast.
I think like the big thing for me though, it was initially was I got really sick of just being offline spaceship, and that like very much blew it into the thing because like 6 sorcerers, 7 if you get the weird map, and it just takes so long to load. You have to go through alpha first. That's like like 7 to 10 minutes depending on how fast you can clear that.
Yep.
For crabs,
That's
it was
why...
like roughly 7 minutes, 15 minutes total for 6 sorcerers in a run. It was awful.
Yeah.
Not to mention that if you don't have the patches, they're bugged and only 3 of them drop items.
Nemu kind of posted something a little while ago that like kind of set the difference in times for doing it offline stuff, and they set them in different tiers, and that one's space tier, obviously. And yeah, just the time estimate was just like, hopefully I get them in my life. Because doing them offline is just garbage, and I don't think they use any patches. So I don't think they do. I believe I saw one of the times when they got the item. They have memory card backup. So I think they have a modded something. But yeah, it would be foolish to do this without memory card backup. I would say that much. I think he's just doing all Sega quests. I asked him about the government quests. He was thinking about it because like they're Sega quests, they just didn't come out with this game. And none of them are egregious either. Like literally all of they're trying to think of the least fair one, and which are really. I really all of them are pretty. Yeah, I can't really think of any that just come right out the gate with a bunch of spawns that are not natural. That's why I like 5-4, because you basically are skipping the Ruins 2 portion of from the depths. It's a lot of wasted XP, time, and your reward is getting like 6 or 7 more at the end of the quest. But you have to actually battle through a lot of enemies to get to that point. So it is. I'm not sure. I haven't done From the Depths in a while, and I really don't want to. I did that quest from like level I want to say 115 to level 140 with this character trying to get a meteor cudgel. Fuck that. I don't know why I was so unlucky. It's only like 300 something chance to get that stupid meteor cudgel, and I couldn't.
It's also why I really want to get this item with this character. He has gotten nothing. He has not found anything important other than the red sword and chainsaw. But he's never gotten what he was looking for. Everything's on accident. This is going to be on purpose. No, I'm here specifically to get the sealed J sword, and we'll leave when I get it. I think the red sword and the chainsaw I ended up getting because I was trying to do something else, and they just happened to drop. But I was in ruins doing that quest specifically to get Meteor Cudgel, and when my Weidel, my Phonum, finally got up to a high enough level to handle ruins by decently enough, he just instantly went there, and in one day I was capable of getting the Meteor Cudgel off of an Arlen. It's a lot of reasons why the first character in any person's group of characters will have a lot more hours than others, because if you want something now, it will be more inefficient to try and get in a certain color IDs. Actually, I'm really not sure what the dynamic of my character swapping and level rotation is going to be when I don't play this character anymore. Because right now it's set up for me to cap the rest of the 6-month period off with playing him for 3 weeks to a month, and if he's not there, I got to figure out what I'm doing. Especially since I got past the biggest, XP groupings I've had to do for all of my characters, getting from 145 to 150. Now I'm going to shorten them to only 2 to 3 levels. That just means I got to do longer streams. Figure out what I actually want to focus on, but I'm not sure what energy I'll have after this month. Can never be sure as to who I will be until the June 30th, if I even exist.
You can tell you're doing that same quest over and over. I will have a couple weeks off to join you for specifically that quest online, so I'll have one just like change it up slightly and do a different one and go further.
Yeah, honestly, like if by the last 2 weeks, if I haven't gotten it yet, I'll be ready to switch to doing what's it called? PW4. Make it even more efficient, less XP wasting. I'd probably waste even less, even online. I'd probably gain less XP than doing it the way I am. I just, again, want Soul Banish or Monkey King Bar hit. And this is probably the only place I'm going to have the opportunity to get either of those things, because none of my other ones I think line up with those. Unless I want to bash my Red Rhea's head in. If we get Red Rhea guard before he, the only other thing he can really even look for is Heaven Warrior, but I have a feeling we're going to get that before we get Red Rhea guard. One at 300,000 is not realistic, and I don't understand why Plush he chose Red Rhea. There's only a couple 1 in 300,000 in the game. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, right, George, the question of if I'm done installing my Windows? No, I'm not. We gave up after that first one, and I just haven't had a chance to start the others. I'm waiting to see if I can just contract someone to do it. Show your program website. The percents were obviously intentional. Sega wanted you to suffer. The ultimate shield! Is that the rare drop from these guys?
get the fuck out of the way.
Battle level! No, cannon is an attribute that is the rare drop. Got the ultimate shield this one. That should have killed, but okay. No chance. I don't know if you saw the blade dance I found the other day. But yeah, Dreamcast is missing a lot of unique models, so Blade Dance is just a normal dagger that flashes blue and green. Is one thing that GameCube definitely did, was add a bunch of shiny new skins to weapons. 20% Dark Blade Dance. Ooh. And I got a Blade Dance from a Sinnoh Beat. It's not the rare item, but we got it. Ah, I'm just now looking at the drop table that I listed. It shows the actual drop rate of an item, which is cool, but like, that's not the total drop rate because it's not including the drop anything.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can get the DAR of the enemies, I can make a really quick spreadsheet with that information, multiplied set for an actual, well, at least what is normally a V3 drop table. I don't know, maybe people don't pay attention to DAR in the V2 community.
Yeah, I don't know. The program should show the full with DAR. Am I just missing it then? Because I'm currently on the rare drops by ID, Skylight tab, sorted by difficulty. And it shows the monster, it shows difficulty, monster number, item RT rate as a percentage, as a decimal number, and then actual drop percentage as a decimal. And I'm not used to seeing it as a decimal. I want to see like the 1 in whatever. Is that the actual rate? It's a 0.01%. 0.01% chance to drop, yeah. And a 1 in 6,688 for the attribute plate from the cannons. Actual drop rate is in that menu when you scroll right. There's a scroll right. I mean, yeah, the actual drop rate, is that not the Am I incorrect about what I was assuming it was? The actual drop rate. Oh, is that actually just the full drop rate? Actual drop rate percentage and the actual drop rate is the... I looked at that and somehow read that as something completely different. I'm a dumbass, never mind, forget it. Actual drop rate means that's the actual rate at which it drops. Not what I was thinking. I'm a dumbass, ignore me. No, it's right there. I'm looking at it, but that number doesn't seem right. It seems like it's a little too low. That has to be the percentage of it dropping without the DAR. I'm fucking dumb. I work a GMP environment where reading is mandatory, and I need to be able to interpret the things correctly. I interpreted that absolutely correctly in the wrong way. One and whatever is calculated with DAR. Yeah, I'm just a dumbass. Ignore me.
So is the fraction in there, or is it just
Yeah, no, it's there. It's literally right next to it. It's the next box over, less than a centimeter away. I just read that number as the rate without the DAR. For some reason, I read it as the rate without the DAR. It's the one with the DAR. I'm the dumbass here. I don't know how I misread that. I don't know how I misinterpreted that. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really tired. My job takes a lot of mental power to maintain a positive attitude. Sorry to show you such bad gaming. It's hot in this room. Why is it hot in this room again? Fucking 74? My air conditioner is set to 69! Why is it 74? Why is it
No, it's called I set the work thermostat to 69. Like, this is right.
Yeah, I know why my room's hot. I'm just my room's hot because I have, I have 3 monitors going with a big-ass computer that works like a mini space heater, and the console running that doesn't throw off that much heat, but it's still heat. And it's hot outside today, and this room isn't right next to the thermostat, so... Unfortunately, the thermostat isn't going to read the temperature in this room. Leave the temperature out in the hallway. If that's how the thermostat works. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I got 18 minutes to finish out this run. I might actually get to the mines today, guys!
Come on. No. Yeah, 3 monitors, TV, big tower, and a stereo. That's where my speakers are set up with, which I'm pretty sure has a fan, which means it's producing heat. Yeah. And then the GameCube, yeah. It's pretty nice in here right now. I think it's the thermostat in my room is correct. 77, 78, but I'm not moving, which is fine.
I'm not moving either, but I have a standing desk to actually,
Yeah. But no, I feel like the boiling frog thing is, it's alright. So long as my room started cool and I'm the one that heated it up, I can basically ignore it. The second someone walks in and says, hey, it's hot in here, I'm like, could you shut up?
The only reason I know my room is uncomfortable for me is because I'm starting to sweat and I'm just standing here menacingly.
And then I guess if any other living thing ends up being in here with me, I actually need to turn the AC on.
Reading is very hard. Reading is incredibly difficult, even though that's what my job requires me to do. Deathmatch. Those are apparently very rare according to Ives. Or my colleague.
It would be incredible when I never have to pick up another material again.
Bury yourself in less than so armor reduction.
Just as incredible when I never have to pick up a grinder ever again. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to make grinding a little harder because it's just XP that's being gained instead of other tangible things. So, but photon drops will, boy, that has infinite use.
Yeah, I know for crabs specifically, like, whenever I picked up items, like, specifically grinders, like, what am I even holding onto these for? I know I have a ton of grinds on all my other characters for other weapons, but it's like, I didn't have the shared bank at the time, so it's just like, why am I picking these up? I want to hold on to them, but they're kind of useless.
Yeah, really, I've gained a lot since I did my grinder session, like, about a month ago, and I wonder if I made a dent or even gotten close to the maximum I need, and then I would not need to pick any up. I don't remember how many inventories I need total. Because I sent it not too long ago. Yes,
Power minus 18. So normal Ogre power is 19 power on Dreamcast?
Get there. Yeah, I need 3,850 total grinds, which divide that by 3 is how many tri-grinders I need.
The fuck is a trap search? It's a trap vision unit.
So 12. I only need 1,283 tri-grinders, and then divide that by 200. That's how many banks I need to fill, which is 6.5. I think I have 4, so yeah, still have 4.
Even that good. Why did they remove it? They just incorporated it into casts. Heck, I could just put the trap search on once when I enter an area, and every trap on the map should be revealed, right? I could just take it off immediately after. The traps still stick around. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. I've been just wasting unit slots because I'm lazy.
I just wish equipping, or at least in V3, I don't know if it was any different in V2, but I wish it wasn't so bad when it comes to your unit slots. I wish it was a lot easier to equip things. Because I don't know if does it only equip the first slot?
Yeah, you still only equip the first slot in Dreamcast when you put equip in inventory.
I guess. Quickly get to that if you have it set up correctly. Actually, I guess you could, in your inventory, you could set the 2 that you want to put the most at the top of your inventory.
That's what I do. Well, okay. Not the top, but I put them like at the top of where the units sit when you auto sort.
But it just doesn't feel right.
Ooh, I found a Visk. Can't use it, but I found one. A negative 10 machine, of course. Of course the rifle's a negative 10 machine. The machine I found in the... I have the minimum damage I have on this, and of course I find it in the mines. Weapon was designed to be weak against the thing that drops it.
Yeah, I don't know how the attributes work in V2, but I feel like they... Well, obviously the whole percentage system... You can stop doing that every time.
I heard that.
It's generally near the EU drop shit all the time, and they're never photon drop. It's always the drop. It always.
I heard that drop through your mic. It sounded very disappointing.
That's the second. actual item drop. I think I've gotten.
Yes.
I don't got boxes drops. Boy, episode 2 is so disappointing. Just see 0 all the time.
Right? Like, that's one thing that definitely something like Sega could have done better. Like, why did they just copy and paste normal mode? Like, why normal mode episode 1 across just blanket across episode 2? What the fuck was that about? Episode 2 is already bad to play, and they made it even more worthless. Once you learn how it fucking works.
At the same time, though, at least if you want a weapon that have zeros across the board for customization, at least you have the option there.
For certain weapons,
yeah. Except for the exclusive. Boom. That was weird. I forget. They have knockback not ultimate, so I was like, what are you bouncing in the dark?
Well, the hits still hurt. Well, the hits still hurt.
They're currently trying to get Yasha from Milkweek. And then maybe kind of realize, man, I miss caves, or at least going to caves 2 and 3. I never do that. I never had to do that ever. It's like there's only like 3 hunts and caves. And once we get Purple card, now I have. Well, if I'm going for my second Yasha, it will be going off of Milkweed.
Going for that completion.
Let's try that. I think there's a lot more variety that can come from that. This game is pretty robust, and I think every class can be fun there. I miss games. But I think Tower will make you miss everything. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like on par XP, but the kill rate is so slow that item regeneration is bad.
Looks like my mag's junior colors, George. That's just because I have shift and D-band. The red and blue for shift and D-band is very pronounced on Dreamcast, and I love it.
Probably the other way. Item rate is about the same just because the drop rate of DARs are so high, but XP is shit. In the same amount of time it takes me to kill one of these guys, if we like almost or on 500 XP, I could have killed 10 enemies, but on all are 300.
And blasted. Just looking at that, I know. Oh wow, spiritual shield. That's a 11 star. What? Level 71. That only gives me 5 more defense. But the thing about Castle already having traps on Dreamcast, I'm aware. I said it as a joke. Sega probably forgot. So they just like, okay, let's just throw it on someone else. Like, I understand why the state maintenance got flipped, or got split. Because that's broken as fuck.
The what?
State maintenance. It's every cure unit combined.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, state maintenance is the way it works, is every frame that you have it on, it will try to cure you of every status ailment. So if you don't have anything, it won't cure anything, but the moment you get hit by something, you'll be afflicted for it for like a frame or two. And then it removes it. So freeze, shock, paralysis, confusion. Oh, right, I can't get shocked on Dreamcast, right? I'm a human, that I can only get shocked as a cast.
I would honestly, if you could build a state maintenance with if you put all of those things together, that would be nice. To actually have a reward for it rather than being its own run.
That would be cool, actually. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Get every
like
single cure unit in the game, and then you just combine it to a state maintenance.
It's just I'm trying to figure out how they PSO kind of does have a little bit of elegance when it comes to simplicity. So how would that work?
Wee woo, wee woo. The red and blue humor is wee wooing here.
That, or you need to find the statement shell, and it only has what you put into it, so you have it equipped and use the rest of the cure units. So it doesn't do anything by itself.
Yeah.
But how will it keep that memory of what it has on it, and how can you tell what it already has on it if you either forgot or traded it with someone?
Yeah, I'm not gonna think about it too deeply. The weird change up is the one to make it all class. All classes can get shocked in GameCube and on, but they kept shocked to machine enemies only. It's dumb. I understand. I agree. All enemies should be able to get shocked. If I can get shocked, they should be able to get shocked. Shocking, isn't it? I one-shot the healing ring on Volop. I tried to get out because I got stuck inside Volop and was like, fuck it, just swing for the fence. And murdered him. Dude, Volop on every version of the game ever, on the hard, and normal, is just a fucking complete joke once you know how to deal with them. It's terrible. He's such a bad boss.
What's annoying is that, like, if it's a fair boss, it's too easy. And he's a fair boss.
Yeah, he's like one of the few.
Every other boss, we're like, okay, that one's the one difficulty, it's because they're not fair.
Hello, Mud. How's it going?
Because, especially on normal mode, there's no way to, most classes, can't, fully dodge D-Raw Lee when it comes to the spikes, the homing spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Falls, of course, has multiple attacks that are undodgeable on every wave.
Oh, the Crush Bullet. A legendary shotgun made with concentrated pure photons. Its special attack steals enemy HP.
And the only way to make fair, what's the Ultimate Dragon fair is by doing enough damage to never see the first time it goes into the air.
I mean, you can make a dragon fair by just like not triggering its first attack.
No, when it goes up and does the flippy dip thing, like that, I don't know if there's a consistent means of dodging that.
Oh, you mean like the gold dragon?
No one's anyone who's played this game long enough hasn't seen in years.
Yeah. The gold dragon or Sill Dragon's flippy dip.
Yeah.
Because normal dragon and normal 3D hard don't have that. V-Hard Ruins has the best common item drops in the game. Really? Ultimate doesn't, like, come close? Do I want to say the Spiritual Shield? Superior Shield boosts defense for Hunters and Rangers. It gives me 320 defense and plus 6 defense, compared to this Ultimate Shield, which is 322. It's worse than my Ultimate Shield I picked up. Must be a bad one. 322... 594, 595, that's a little bit better.
How much longer do you have?
I got 2 minutes before I gotta get going.
So you made it.
Done for the day. Yeah, tomorrow we'll pick up with the Ruins after our daily Red Ring / whatever else in GameCube PSO round we do. Divinity Barrier. Slight increase in defense, like 2. Oh, I don't need none of the feats. The common rares are also different, but by that point you don't care about this. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm mainly going to get sealed disc so people stop asking me if I'm alright.
Fair.
Come into work and say, yeah, I put in another 8 hours. You're like, what the fuck? Luckily, I'm surrounded by gamers, so.
Alright, Law Dominion gives a magical piece. A Dominion gives a chainsaw. Dark Hunter gives a hunter wall. These enemies are like mixed. So Dominion give Twin Brand at a 1 in 20,000. 1 in 20,000 drop. Okay, I'm gonna be going for V-Hard Ruins for quite a while. Just because I know I'm gonna be stuck there for quite a long time. On this character.
Dude, you should 10 levels ago. You would have been an ultimate already.
Yeah, I definitely could have. I could have been in ultimate difficulty. If I could have just gone and fought Dark Falls the moment I hit V-Hard, I would have been able to take her. Because I have the damage output. I straight up have the damage already. And I had enough health to survive because of the resistances of the Dragon Frame. Like, the light does like 470 something damage, but if I have a Dragon Frame on with 20% resist, I still had enough health already. Which is fucking crazy that I had to be able to equip a Dragon Frame to resist enough light damage in hard mode. But then I get to V-Hard and I'm still already above health. No, I think I was 20 health under, which is easily fixable. Which I don't care anymore, I'm definitely above that. I gotta get going, so... I'll talk to you later, Roar.
Bye-bye.
As for everyone else on stream, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go finish out this week at work. And then I only have 1 more week and 1 day. 6 days left total, counting today. 6 days left, and then I have 2 weeks off, and then I start a new job, and it's gonna be great. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. Toddles.